Hello, hi.
What's your name?
Sorry, my name is Jahnavi, and may I know your name, please?
Yes, my name is Marisa.
Hi, Marisa. Nice meeting you.
Nice to meet you. Can you write your name?
Okay. Uh, yes, I can. Just a second, please. It's
J A
Jahnabr. It's called Jahnavi. I know
Jahnavi.
it's very difficult. Yeah, it's a
Oh,
little difficult to pronounce.
it's a nice
Yeah,
name, very unique. I've never heard it before.
really. Okay.
Have you heard my name before?
Marisa, no. I've heard Maria, but not Marisa.
Yes, my mom is Maria.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So which place are you?
I'm from the United States, Austin, Texas.
Boston. Okay, I
Austin.
heard of it. Oh, Austin.
Yes,
Austin.
yes, Austin, Texas.
Okay, yeah.
Hmm.
Got it. Got it. So how's the weather there? Good?
Yeah. Um, Usually it's very, very hot, but today
Mm-hmm.
is kind of cool. Can you hear me? I am having a hard time hearing you.
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you not hear me fine?
I can hear you good now.
Okay.
Now I can't hear.
Not okay.
It's so cutting off.
Sorry.
It's
Give me
okay.
fine now, Marisa.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, thank God. Thank you. Can you see me fine? All okay?
Yes, now I can see you. Yes.
I've switched it to my mobile data, so I think now it's good. Okay. So good. So what do you teach on Cambly so that it might be useful for our viewers?
I I am a certified elementary school teacher,
Mm-hmm.
and so I would like to teach children, but I also do have experience teaching adults. I
Mm-hmm.
taught in China, and
Okay, that's
so I
good.
taught in Beijing, China. I taught in Beijing, China for 3 years, and
Mm-hmm.
I taught English to elementary school children.
Okay, that's great. So for someone who's learning English new, I mean, if English is not their very first language,
Hmm.
what are the things that you would tell, or what are the things that you would ask people to focus on while they're actually learning English as another language?
Um, I would just tell them to try to be relaxed and not be afraid to make a mistake. And if they do say something wrong, not to feel bad if I correct them because I'm only helping them. And
Mm-hmm.
just to talk about in the beginning, if they are a beginner, talk about something that interests them, that they're comfortable talking
Mm-hmm.
about, something personal like
Mm-hmm.
family or things they like to do.
Mm-hmm. And Marisa, another question. So imagine if I wanted to talk in English. Imagine I have no knowledge about this language at all. So how do I want if I have any difficulty trying? Imagine if I'm talking about my family. If I have to say my brother, so how would I know those words and relationship? Is there something that I have to go and pick up first few vocabulary relating to that, and then start making sentences out of it?
Yes, in the beginning, it would be very basic. So I do have experience teaching online. And like I said, I taught in China. So I would have to keep it
Hmm.
very basic. hello, and lots of TPR and flashcards and showing realia like puppets and,
Okay.
for
Uh,
example, mom, dad.
okay. Okay, that's nice. And what is it that you had said? TPR? What does that mean, Marisa?
Yes,
I have no idea.
total physical response. So lots of action and
Okay.
movements.
Oh, okay. That's good. That's great.
Yes, like for example, ball, throw the ball. And if they can't repeat, I can throw the ball.
Okay, that's great. And then you slowly pick the language from those steps. Is
Yes,
that right?
basic things.
Mm-hmm. And what do you, I mean, while you're teaching in China, they do have that mother tongue influence, right?
Right.
So how does this, your accent is very good. So how does that come to other speakers when they're trying to speak English? So how do they try to pick this accent up? I mean, how will they have these pitch intonations or their highs and lows in pitch? How would this be?
It takes time and practice. So maybe in the beginning, they can't pronounce it correctly, but lots of encouragement and having them
Hmm.
uh, just try several times to pronounce it. And
Okay.
after several tries, if they still can't pronounce it correctly, so they won't get so frustrated, we can just so that they get the general idea and move on and then come back to it at another time.
Okay. Okay. And for how long, based on the students that you have seen who tried speaking in English after learning it as another language, how long does this whole process take, or does it really depend on the on every individual?
Uh, it does depend, and lots of exposure is important. So I
Mm-hmm.
noticed that when I did teach some of the children, um, if they came to me with no knowledge or prior knowledge of English, the first few sessions they weren't able to really communicate or form sentences, but after a few times they wanted to communicate and they wanted to use the new words to show me what they've learned. And like I said, lots of exposure. So some of the
Mm-hmm.
parents would invite us to an event or dinner so the kids could have more exposure and to the
Mm-hmm.
language.
Okay, so they tend to speak in English so that their kids can also catch the language. Is that what you meant?
The parents,
Yeah.
no, usually from my experience, the parents didn't really speak English, but
Mm-hmm.
they were finding opportunities for their kids to be exposed to the language.
Okay, exposed to the language so that they could learn it quickly.
Right.
Okay, that's great. And do you or can you just give some insights of how your student experiences were while they're trying to learn English as a new language completely? So, were there anything lessons that they have learned? Oh, okay, I thought probably this could have been learned in a different way or something of that sort.
Something that I taught.
Yeah. Yes, please.
Um, it depends. Some of the lessons I have found that if they are too difficult or too easy, it's important to modify the lesson according to the student. So
Okay.
if there's a group, for example, and one kid is advanced and one is lower, it's important to find a connection for both of them so they can learn from each other and from me.
Okay. Okay, that's great. And so, what are the common words that you think that people should start know before they actually jump onto sentences?
Um,
What can they do in order to, sorry,
Go ahead.
what can they do in order to try and I mean, before they even jump onto the forming those sentences, what should they even try to identify it when they're in a room or probably in a common place? So, what are the words that they should know about?
Like for adults or for children?
For adults, yeah,
Okay.
probably for the age group of about 15 plus, yeah,
Um,
who have just completed their schooling.
I think to be able to have a conversation is
Yeah.
is important. So using basic sentences, like daily routines, and maybe going to a restaurant and being able to communicate with a friend or a teacher. Simple
Mhm.
conversations like this, and maybe role playing,
Okay.
like a script
Okay, that's good.
and role playing, maybe
Yeah.
for a restaurant or talking to a friend
Hmm.
about math or asking the teacher a question, things like this.
Okay. Okay, that's great. Thank you. And another question that I have is so you told about, okay, so as to what we need to start with, and then how we go on with the conversation. Are there any applications that would help us to do these kind of things that you're actually asking us to do?
I know that there are several applications, but I
Hmm.
don't have them personally or know the names of them, but I know that there are several applications that do help
Hmm.
with like basic scenarios, different scenarios, and basic words that they can learn, and sentence structures as well.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Marisa.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you very much for your time. And
Yes,
it
no
was very
problem.
great speaking to you.
Yes, you too. Thank you.
Thank you. And bye bye.
Bye.